When the digital forensics team finally cracked the encrypted laptop of Menglong, no one was prepared for what they found. For weeks, rumors had swirled. Files deleted, data wiped, passwords changed after his death. But no one could confirm the truth. Now, an anonymous insider from the private team that examined his MacBook has leaked explosive details that threaten to rewrite everything we thought we knew about that night. The folder was simple, almost innocently titled Room 912. But inside it were over 200 photos, audio recordings, and messages that pointed to one terrifying conclusion. Menglong had discovered something, and someone wanted it buried with him. The first discovery, a file that shouldn't exist. The laptop had been locked behind military-grade encryption. For months, no one could get in. But the leak claims that the password was eventually found, not through hacking, but through something hauntingly personal. It was his mother's birthday. Once inside, the analysts noticed something odd, a hidden folder not listed in the main directory, only visible through a forensic scan. Its name, Room 912. Inside were timestamps matching the night he fell from the 9th floor of the hotel. One file, a short video clip only 12 seconds long, showed him sitting on the hotel bed, whispering something to the camera. His voice was low, almost broken. "If anything happens tonight," he said, "check room 912. Then, the clip cuts abruptly. The photos that changed everything. Investigators scrolling through the folder described the next section as disturbing and detailed. Dozens of photos taken within the hotel room showed strange marks on the walls, misplaced furniture, and one chilling image, a mirror reflection capturing a silhouette in a red dress. For fans who have followed the earlier reports, this instantly reconnected to the mystery of the woman in red, long thought to be a ghost story or metaphor. But now, digital timestamps confirm the images were real, captured moments before midnight. Several photos also showed his phone on the desk, its screen displaying a text message thread titled Unknown, No ID. The last message read, "Don't talk. The walls have ears." Encrypted notes, and the 912 manifest. Among the text documents in the folder, one file stood out, 912_manifest docs. It contained a list of 10 names. Some were blurred, others partially erased. But one name appeared multiple times. Initials LC. Who was LC? Fans and theorists immediately linked it to a longtime associate who had been quietly absent from the entertainment scene since Yu's death. Some claimed it was a producer. Others whispered it was someone from the management board, a person with enough influence to erase hotel footage and silence witnesses. At the end of the manifest, Yu had written in all caps, "They know what they did. If I don't speak, this will." The recovered audio file, Midnight Entry. Buried inside the folder was one audio clip labeled Midnight_Entry, Wave. The static-filled recording captured muffled voices and the sound of a door clicking open. A woman's voice, calm but firm, says, "He's asleep." Then another male voice replies, "Make it look natural." The audio ends abruptly with a loud thud. When this leaked, the internet erupted. Was this staged? A hoax? Or was it real evidence of foul play that had been deleted and recovered months later? The laptop's final log, a sudden shutdown. Tech analysts confirmed something even more chilling. The system log showed a manual shutdown at 1:42 a.m., exactly 4 minutes after the time of the reported incident. But the command wasn't issued by Menglong. His fingerprints weren't detected on the keyboard. Instead, a foreign key input pattern, one used on external USB devices, was identified. Someone else had been in the room. Someone who knew how to erase a digital trail. The message that never sent. In his email drafts, there was one unsent message addressed to legal@, the domain belonging to his entertainment company. It read, "I have everything I need. Once this goes live, they can't stop it. Room 912 is proof." The timestamp? 1:15 a.m. He never pressed send. The red dress appears again. After the leak, investigators revisited earlier hotel surveillance footage, previously dismissed as incomplete. But the newly recovered frames, matched to the timeline in the folder, revealed something eerie. At 1:33 a.m., a woman in a red coat entered the 9th floor through a service door. She carried what appeared to be a keycard, and her face was obscured by a cap. Exactly 9 minutes later, Yu's fall was reported. No record of that woman checking in ever existed. The aftermath, files that vanished again. Within 24 hours of the leak, the folder Room 912 reportedly vanished from the online archive where it had been uploaded for investigators. The page returned a blank error code, file removed for security reasons. Rumors spread that it was taken down under government order. The footage surfaced quietly, Others believed tucked within a data folder labeled routine security check.
Same way Yu's
but
hotel
nothing
footage
about it was
disappeared.
routine.
Still,
at 11:48 p.m.,
exactly
12 minutes before Menglong's fatal fall, a woman in a striking crimson coat stepped into the frame of the hotel's west hallway camera.
But never
her
enough to
heels
close
clicked
it.
softly on
What
the
the
marble,
folder really
her
means,
pace deliberate,
whether the
her
Room
face
912
obscured by
discovery
a
was meant as a
wide-brimmed
cry
hat.
for help
For
or a
investigators,
pre-recorded warning
that moment,
remains
those
uncertain.
12 minutes,
But one
may
thing is
hold the
clear.
key to everything that
Menglong knew
followed.
he was being watched.
What makes this discovery
Every file,
so haunting
every word,
isn't just the
every
mystery
encrypted
of her
note
presence.
felt like a man
It's what
racing
happens
against
next.
time to reveal
Witnesses
something no one
recall
else
hearing a
was
sharp
brave enough
exchange
to
of
say.
voices around that
And
same
perhaps
time
that's
from
the
Yu's
tragedy
suite,
of it all.
the now
Not
infamous
just how he
room
died,
1907.
but how much truth
No one
he
paid
tried to
attention
leave
at
behind.
first. The
Room
walls were
912
thick,
isn't
and
just a
late-night
folder.
arguments were
It's
not
a riddle he
unusual
left
in
the
that
world.
hotel.
And
But
we're
a
only
bellboy
just
on
beginning to
duty
decode
later
it.
told
The
investigators
moment
that he saw a
investigators
flash
opened
of
Yu
red
Menglong's
fabric
laptop
near
and
the
uncovered
elevator
the
just
hidden
after
folder
midnight,
labeled Room
moments
912.
before the commotion
The story
erupted
shifted
upstairs.
from tragedy to
For
conspiracy.
months, the identity
But
of
what
this
most people
woman
don't
in
know
red
is that the
has been
files were only the
suppressed,
beginning.
buried
What
beneath
followed
official
next was a
silence and
haunting
media
series of
diversion.
discoveries.
But
Ones
sources
that
close to the
painted a
investigation
chilling
now
picture of
suggest
Yu's
her
final
appearance
hours and the
wasn't
mysterious
accidental.
woman in the
In
red
fact,
dress who appeared
one
in both
insider
his
revealed
photos
that Yu
and the
Menglong had
hotel's
been expecting
surveillance
someone
footage.
that night.
The
A
continuation
visitor
of this
he
story
referred to
begins on that
cryptically as
quiet,
her.
rain-soaked
When police
night in
reviewed his
Beijing.
phone logs,
The last
they
night
found a
Yu
deleted
Menglong
call
was seen
at
alive.
11:32
The night
p.m.
before the fall.
lasting 24
The hotel's
seconds.
security guard,
The number was
a man
unregistered,
identified
yet the
only as
device
Mr.
pinged a
Zhao,
nearby
later
tower at the
confessed that Yu
hotel's
appeared
address.
uneasy
In those
when checking
seconds,
in.
something was arranged.
He wore a gray hoodie
something
pulled
urgent,
tightly over his face,
something final,
and carried just a
and then
backpack
she
and
arrived.
laptop.
In the
He looked
newly
like someone
recovered
being
camera
followed,
footage,
Zhao recalled.
her shadow stretches
Around
long
10:47
across the dim
p.m.,
hallway.
Yu was seen
She
entering
pauses
his room,
outside Yu's
room
door for
912,
8 seconds.
for the last time.
The timestamp
He placed
blinks.
the "Do Not
Then
Disturb" sign
quietly
on the
she
handle.
enters.
From that
The
moment,
door closes.
every move he made
From that
seemed
point
to be
on,
recorded by
there are
his own
no
devices.
images,
His phone
only
camera,
silence.
his webcam.
But at
Even
12
a hidden
a.m.,
GoPro that
an alarm from
investigators
room
believe was set up to
1907 went
capture
off
proof of
briefly,
something.
registering a
Inside the
short
laptop
circuit from
folder,
the balcony
the
light.
photos tell a
That's
story
when staff
no witness
rushed up,
ever could.
only to
There's a
find
shot
shattered
of the
glass
door left
and the
ajar,
unbearable
a shadow
sight
cast on
that
the
would make
carpet,
headlines for
and a
months.
reflection in the mirror.
Still, there's
faint,
one unexplained
red, and
detail that
unmistakably
continues to
feminine.
disturb everyone
The sound
who's seen
that
the
froze
footage.
the hallway.
When
At
investigators later
11:56
examined the
p.m.,
hallway,
a
they
guest staying
discovered
next
something
door
near the
reported
wall,
hearing
an
muffled
object
voices.
dropped in haste,
According to her statement,
overlooked at
there were
first.
two distinct
It was a
tones,
small silver
one
pendant
calm
shaped
and
like a
feminine,
crescent moon,
one agitated
engraved with
and male.
3 faint letters.
They were arguing about
YML.
something, she said.
No woman
It
ever
sounded
came
like
forward
he
to
was
claim
begging
it.
her to stop
No
recording.
record exists of her
Seconds
checking
later,
in or
a
out.
loud crash
But
followed.
surveillance from a
The
nearby
sound
gas
of glass
station shows a
shattering
red-coated
echoed through the
figure getting
corridor.
into a black
Then,
sedan at
silence.
12:04
The guest
a.m.,
opened her door
heading
slightly,
east
but
toward the
froze.
old Riverside
She
Road,
claimed she saw
away
a shadow
from the city,
walking past her
away
peephole,
from the truth.
the silhouette
Now,
of a woman
theories
with long
multiply.
hair,
Was
carrying
she an
a comb.
acquaintance?
When she
A
blinked,
warning?
the figure
A
was
witness?
gone.
Or
Later,
something far
during
more
forensic
dangerous?
investigation,
An anonymous
a piece of
security
broken
consultant
glass
who
was found
analyzed
near
the
the
footage
balcony,
told our source,
bearing faint
whoever
traces of
she was,
lipstick,
she
deep
wasn't
crimson
panicking.
red.
Her body
The
language
CCTV
showed
glitch
precision.
that no one
She
could
knew where the
explain.
cameras were.
At 12:04
If that's
a.m.,
true,
the
then
hotel's
her appearance
hallway
wasn't
camera
coincidence.
malfunctioned.
It was
Footage for that hour
choreography.
shows a
The
7-minute
woman's
blackout,
movements were clean,
replaced by static.
rehearsed.
But
In
digital
one
analysts
chilling frame,
later noticed something
she tilts her
strange in
head
the
toward the
restored
lens,
frames.
just
A
enough for
figure
the light
stepping
to
into the
catch her red
elevator,
scarf.
wearing a red
Some
dress.
online
Here's
commenters
the
claim her
haunting
lips
part.
moved,
The woman
as if
pressed
whispering
no buttons.
something. But the footage
elevator
has no
simply
audio.
descended on its own,
Conspiracy forums
stopping at the
erupted
lobby
overnight with
before
theories
vanishing
that the
from
scarf's
view.
hue matched the
Hotel
one he
staff
wore in his
claimed
final
no one
music
matching
video,
that description
Silent
was seen
Promise,
leaving the
a
building.
project many
Inside the
believe
folder,
foreshadowed his
Voice
fate.
memo 912B.
Meanwhile, insiders
The most
whisper about
disturbing find
another
from
thread
Menglong's
linking her to
laptop wasn't a
Menglong's
photo or
private
a
circle,
document.
a
It
stylist
was
who
an
vanished
unsent
2 weeks
voice
before
memo.
his death,
Investigators
leaving
Investigators
behind
recovered it from
only
the
a
deleted
resignation
section,
letter written
and it begins
entirely
with heavy
in red ink.
breathing,
Coincidence?
followed by you whispering,
Or a coded message?
"She's back."
Even the
I can
hotel
hear her
staff
outside the
remained
door.
shaken.
If anyone
One
finds
cleaner
this,
admitted,
don't believe the
when I
messages.
passed that hallway
They're
after
not
midnight,
for me.
I
Then a
felt
knock,
someone watching
faint
me.
but sharp.
It was cold,
"Stop
like the
following
lights
me,"
had dimmed.
he says next.
Her voice
"Please,
trembled
just
as
tell me
she
what you
recalled
want."
the memory.
The recording
I
ends
didn't
with the
see
sound
anyone,
of the
but I
door
smelled
creaking open.
perfume.
No
Roses.
other words.
very
Just the
strong.
faint hum of the air conditioner
That detail,
and a click,
roses,
like
appears again in the
stop
coroner's
recording.
report.
The red
A
dress
faint floral
and the
scent was
reflection.
noted on Yu's wrist.
When forensics
though no
re-examined the
cologne
last
bottles
photos
were
for
found in the
folder,
room.
they noticed
Every new
something
clue
subtle.
makes the
woman
mystery
in the red
stranger.
dress,
The
the
woman
same
in red was
reflection
never seen
previously
again,
dismissed as
yet her
distortion,
shadow
was
lingers
actually
over
captured
every
in multiple
unanswered
mirrors
question.
at different angles.
Was she the last
But
person
here's
you
the
spoke
detail
to?
that sent
Did she
chills
witness
through the
his fall?
analysts. In
Or
one
cause
shot,
it?
her
What's
reflection
clear is that
appeared
she was
in two
real,
mirrors at
and
once.
she was there.
Physically
An
impossible,
investigator,
unless
speaking
there were
under
two
condition of
people wearing the
anonymity,
same
admitted.
outfit.
There's a
Even
missing
more
10-minute
unsettling,
gap in the
a
hallway's
faint outline
footage.
of Yu's reflection
Someone
appeared
edited it.
behind her.
The cut
His face
is
pale,
seamless,
his
professional,
eyes wide,
which
as if
raises the
realizing
final,
too late that he
most
wasn't
chilling
alone.
possibility.
A secret
The woman
between
wasn't
two
just a
messages.
visitor.
In
She
his
might have
phone's
been part of
message
something
logs,
larger,
recovered
a
by
cleanup
investigators.
operation to erase
You received
what
a
Yu
text from
Menglong
an
had
unknown
uncovered.
number at
Fans
12:18
online have
a.m.
turned her into a
The
phantom
message
symbol,
read,
a
"The
red
file
figure
will never see
representing
daylight.
everything
Stop
unresolved
now."
about his death.
But
But
came
behind the
next was
myth lies a
stranger.
question
A
too
reply
heavy to
message he
ignore.
never sent,
If she
still
knew you,
saved as a
if
draft.
she truly
I
met
wasn't
him that
supposed
night,
to find that
what did he
folder,
say
was
in
I?
those last 12
Who's
minutes?
Elsie?
The silence
For
of that
longtime
moment
followers
is
of the
louder
case,
than
that name
any
Elsie
confession.
is a recurring
And
enigma,
somewhere, perhaps in
appearing in
another
his
camera
digital
feed
notes,
or forgotten
his
backup
unfinished
drive,
letters,
the
and
truth
now,
still waits,
in his final
recorded,
text draft.
encrypted,
Some
waiting
fans
for
believe
someone
it
brave
refers
enough
to
to
an
watch it.
influential producer
Until then,
who worked
the
closely
legend
with
of the
him during
woman
his
in
last
red
project.
remains Yu
Others
Menglong's
claim
most
it's a
haunting
code name
secret.
for something darker,
12 minutes
a
that
cover
changed
operation meant to
everything,
silence
and a
those who
color that
spoke
now
too
bleeds
much.
into
The
every
elevator girl
unanswered
theory.
word of his story.
Internet detectives
The
soon
story
connected
didn't
the
end with the
mysterious
footage.
woman in red
It
to an
only deepened.
unsolved urban
When
legend.
detectives replayed the clip
elevator
again,
girl.
frame by
The myth
frame,
describes a woman
the
dressed
atmosphere
in
in the
red
small
who appears
police
before
briefing
sudden
room
accident.
changed. Every
Often
click
in
of the
luxury
play button
hotels.
echoed like a
But in
heartbeat.
this case, it
The
wasn't
woman in red
superstition,
had
it was
entered Yu
data.
Menglong's life
The
for
elevator
less than
card
12
used by
minutes.
the red-dressed
Yet
woman
every
matched the
second
same
now
digital
felt like an
access
eternity
code as Yu's
carved
own
into
card.
silence.
Meaning,
A forensic
she either had
analyst
his
paused
key
at the
or
11
she was
hours,
let in.
49
When
minutes,
security
and
logs were
33
reviewed
seconds
the next
mark.
morning,
Zoom in
every
here,
trace
he
of that
murmured.
key card's
On the
movement
edge of the
had been
hallway
erased.
mirror,
The
barely
final video,
visible, was a
don't let them
reflection,
delete this.
faint
At
but
the very
undeniable,
bottom of the room
of Yu
912
himself
folder
standing by
was a
his
video
doorway.
file that almost
His
didn't
posture
play.
was tense,
Corrupted
like
for months.
someone
It was
bracing for a
finally
storm.
restored
He
only
wasn't
halfway.
expecting a friendly
The visible
visit.
part shows you
Then
sitting
came
in
the
dim
moment
light,
that froze
facing his
everyone.
laptop.
When she
His
stepped
eyes are
closer,
swollen,
Yu's
voice
reflection
trembling.
shifted back,
They told me to
his
forget,
hand raised,
he says softly.
not in greeting,
But the
but
truth
in
doesn't
resistance.
go away when you
The
delete
still
it.
image,
It hides in
pixelated
the
but
noise,
raw,
in the silence,
captured that
in the
fragile
eyes of
instant
those who
before
pretend
words
not to
turned
know.
into something darker.
He looks toward the
no
camera
one in the room
as if
spoke.
hearing something.
They didn't have
a
to.
faint knock again.
That single frame
If this
said
file
more than
survives
any
me,
witness statement
don't stop
ever
looking
could.
for her.
At
The one in
11:51
red.
p.m.,
She's not
the
what you
elevator
think.
on the west side
Then,
opened briefly.
Suddenly,
A
the camera
hotel
shakes
guest walked
violently,
out, heading
the
toward the
screen
vending
blurs,
machine.
and the file
He later
ends with a
told police
distorted
he
image,
heard a muffled
a
voice,
red streak crossing
sharp,
the lens
breaking
like
through the
smeared
wall.
paint.
It wasn't
The
a scream,
investigation
he said,
vanishes.
more like
Days
someone
after the
saying,
leak,
please,
the private
not here.
digital team
Then
behind the
silence.
decryption was
Then a
reportedly
thud.
suspended.
He
Their
didn't know it
office
then,
servers were seized,
but those words
and
would
every
become a
copy of
haunting
the Room
echo across
912
every investigation
archive was
file.
wiped clean.
By
But
11:53,
fragments remain.
the balcony light in
Photos,
room
screenshots,
1907
the recovered
flickered.
voice memo,
Hotel records confirmed
circulating
an electrical
quietly among
surge in the
online
room's
truth
circuit
seekers
breaker.
who refused
At
to
that
let the
same
case die.
moment,
The
the
deeper they
woman's
dig,
red shadow
the clearer
reappeared,
one truth becomes.
this time near the
Yu
curtains.
Menglong wasn't
The last
paranoid.
clear image
He was
shows her
hunted
leaning toward
digitally,
you, who is now
psychologically,
seated.
and maybe even
The angle
physically.
hides her face,
Room 912
but her hand
wasn't just a
seems to
place.
touch his shoulder
It was
gently,
the stage where truth
almost
and illusion
reassuringly.
met, and
Then
only
the
one
footage
of them
cuts
walked out
out.
alive.
Detective
And
Leon,
somewhere,
who'd been on the
the
case
woman in
since
the
the
red
first
dress
night,
is still out
couldn't
there,
shake the feeling that
unseen,
something didn't add up.
untraced.
He'd
Watching
reviewed
as the
every
world
second of
slowly
footage,
uncovers the
every
secret
digital
she
trace,
thought she
every
buried
message on
forever.
Yu's phone. But the missing 10 minutes gnawed at him like an unfinished sentence. And then came the message. A data technician found it buried in Yu's deleted files, a short voice memo recorded that very night, time-stamped 11:55 5 p.m. The recording was corrupted, full of static and distortion, but a few seconds were audible. Yu's voice. Soft, uncertain, and trembling. If this reaches anyone, please know. I didn't mean to fall. She. The tape ended there. She who? Liang whispered to himself, rewinding it again and again, each time hoping for more. The sound engineer insisted the cut wasn't accidental. It had been manually trimmed. Someone had edited the file after Yu's death. But who had access? A week later, a new lead emerged. A taxi driver came forward claiming he picked up a woman wearing a red coat near the hotel at exactly 12:05 a.m. She sat in the back seat, silent, and asked to be dropped near the East Bridge exit. He remembered her perfume, roses, and the way she kept checking her phone every few seconds. She didn't seem scared, he told reporters. Just calm. Too calm. Investigators traced the drop-off point, but there were no nearby cameras, no witnesses. The area was quiet, shrouded by the night fog from the river. The trail ended there, again. But it didn't stop the whispers. Online forums began connecting the dots. A user claiming to be a former stylist for You posted anonymously. She wasn't a stranger. She was someone he trusted. He thought she was coming to help. Within hours, that post vanished. Meanwhile, Detective Leong received a package with no return address. Inside was a single flash drive labeled 1907, red. When decrypted, it contained unseen footage, grainy, low resolution, but unmistakably from the same hallway. This version had sound. At 11:50, faint voices could be heard. A man's, Yu's, and a woman's. Their tone was sharp, urgent. You shouldn't have come. Woman, you left me no choice. You don't understand what they'll do if they. Static crackles. Woman, then let me